welcome to the deep dive. You shared some information with us about Night Resellers and their IPTV reseller program.
That's right.
And it looks like you're exploring ways to maybe generate some income.
Yeah, looking into options.
So for this deep dive, our mission is really to understand what becoming an IPTV reseller through their program actually entails.
Okay.
And figure out if this could be a viable opportunity for you.
Makes sense. You've given us a good bit of material to work with.
We have. We'll look at their credit point system, the actual entertainment they offer, how their reseller panel works.
Right, the management side.
Yeah, and the potential for profit, which is obviously key.
Exactly. The info covers those core bits, getting started, what you sell, how the money works. Let's get into it.
Okay. So thinking about you considering this, the first question is pretty basic. Based on this material, what is an IPTV reseller, specifically in this Night Resellers context? Like, what would you actually do?
Well, essentially, you'd be partnering up with Night Resellers. They provide the IPTV service, that's TV over the internet, right?
Right.
And you, as the reseller, you buy access to that service from them kind of wholesale. And then you sell subscriptions on to your own customers. You handle finding them, selling to them.
Well, Night Resellers provides the actual, channels and shows.
Exactly. They handle the platform, the content. Your job is the sales and customer relationship part.
Got it. Okay. So you're not building the service, just selling access. Now, the material mentions this credit point system, CP system.
Yep.
This sounds like kind of the core of how it operates for a reseller. How does that work?
It really is. So the reseller panel they give you uses these credit points, or CPs.
Right.
Think of them as currency, basically. It's how you activate the subscriptions for the customers you bring in.
So you buy the credits first.
Exactly. You buy a package of credits up front. They offer different sizes, different packages. And each package has a certain number of credits, maybe some extra features, and a price tag. Those credits are what you spend to create accounts.
Okay, so you're investing in credits, not paying Night Resellers per subscriber directly.
Correct. It's an upfront credit purchase model.
Let's look at those packages you shared. There's a 200 credit one for $500. What comes with that? Beyond just the 200 CPs.
Okay, so with that 200 credit one, you get professional support. Importantly, the credits never expire.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. You also get 10 free trials you can give out daily.
To potential customers.
Exactly. Helps you get people interested. And it includes one custom-built app, branded for you.
Oh, interesting.
And the option to add sub-resellers, so you could build your own little network.
Okay. That sub-reseller thing could really scale things up, potentially.
Could do, yeah.
Then there's a smaller one, 100 credits for $150.
Yeah.
What's different there if you were thinking of starting smaller?
Right, the 100 credit option. Well, you get fewer free trials, only 5 a day.
Okay.
Still get daily professional support. Credits still don't expire. That seems standard.
Right.
But instead of a custom app, you get a pre-made one.
Less branding control, maybe?
Probably. And crucially, no sub-reseller function on this package.
Gotcha. So lower cost to get in, but fewer bells and whistles, less scaling potential built in.
Pretty much. A simpler starting point.
Makes sense. There were a bit of bigger ones, too. 300 credits for $700.
Yeah. The 300 credit one, it's basically like the 200 credit one, just more.
More credits. Okay.
300 credits, non-expiring, professional support. You get 15 free trials daily instead of 10.
Okay.
Still get the custom app, still get the sub-reseller capability. It's just more for $700.
And then the big one, the 1,000 credits for $2,000. That sounds like a serious investment.
It is. That's a significant jump. With that one, you get unlimited daily free trials.
Unlimited. Wow.
Yeah. Professional support, credits never expire, custom apps, sub-resellers, all that standard stuff at the higher levels.
But what makes it worth the $2,000?
Well, the big additions are website design services and a ready-to-go website template. So it seems geared towards someone wanting a really polished online presence from day one, like a turnkey solution almost.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. More of a business-in-a-box feel. Sure. So just to be clear, whichever package you buy, those credits are then your inventory.
Exactly, your pool of credits.
And you use them up activating accounts for customers you find.
That's the process. You sell a subscription, say a 1-month plan, and activating it deducts a certain number of credits from your balance.
And you decide how many credits each plan costs you, or...
Well, the system likely dictates how many credits a month costs, but you decide the price you charge your customer for that month.
Right, okay. The credits are your cost of goods. So what is the actual product? What are your customers getting when they subscribe through you? The entertainment stuff sounds broad.
It does sound quite extensive based on the description. They claim over 7,000 live channels.
7,000.
Yeah. Covering sports, movies, kids shows, even pay-per-view events.
Okay.
And they specifically mention, interestingly, a dedicated selection of adult content. So that's in there too.
Good to know what's included.
Yeah.
What about non-live stuff?
Yep. There's an on-demand library too. Over 1,000 movies and TV shows, they say.
Mix of new and old.
Seems like a new releases to classics. Their aim seems to be a really comprehensive package. Something for, the whole family, diverse tastes.
So, potentially a strong selling point, the sheer volume of content.
Could be, yeah.
Now, managing all this, you mentioned a personalized management panel. If you become a reseller, what can you actually do in this panel?
Right, the panel, it's meant to give you, the reseller, full control over your customer base. The main things mentioned are creating accounts, both free trials.
Crucial for marketing.
Definitely. And creating the actual paid subscription accounts.
Right.
You can also apparently enable and disable accounts.
Why would you disable one?
Well, maybe someone's subscription ends, or if there's a payment issue, or maybe they cancel. You'd need that control.
True. So it's your command center for the business side.
Exactly. Your admin tool for managing subscribers.
So let's walk through the journey. You buy credits.
Wow.
Then what? The material says it's a swift and straightforward path to entrepreneurship. How does that actually play out? And where's the profit?
Okay, so the journey starts with that credit package purchase. That's your initial outlay, your investment.
Got it.
Then, supposedly, you can start selling pretty much right away using that panel.
Setting up trials, signing people up.
Exactly. And you have the autonomy. This is key, to set your own prices for the subscriptions you sell.
You decide what to charge per month, per year, whatever plans you offer.
That seems to be the idea.
Yeah.
The profit comes from the difference, right? The price your customer pays you minus the credit cost for activating their account.
Okay.
And the material explicitly states that resellers and owners, presumably sub-resellers too, keep 100% of the profits from their sales.
So Night Resellers doesn't take another cut after you bought the credits.
Doesn't sound like it, based on this. You buy the credits, sell the service, keep the revenue above the credit cost.
That's a pretty clear model.
Yeah.
But it also puts the pressure on you, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Finding customers, marketing, handling payments, maybe some basic support.
Yeah.
That's all on the reseller.
Precisely. You're effectively running your own small business, just using their back-end infrastructure and content library. Your success hinges on your own efforts.
Makes sense. Now, what if you run into trouble or just need guidance? The material mentions solutions and support services. What kind of help does Night Resellers offer you, the reseller?
Good question. They mention offering guidance on best practices.
Like how to price things.
Yeah.
Or manage customers.
Could be, yeah. Advice on pricing strategies, customer management, maybe market insights. It also mentions support with marketing strategies.
What might that look like? Do they give you flyers? Or just ideas?
Unclear from this description, but it could be materials, or maybe just advice on reaching people, tips and tricks perhaps,
Right.
And importantly, technical support for issues with the service itself, presumably for both you and potentially helping your customers if they have tech problems.
So they provide a support structure to help you get started and keep going.
Yeah, it's framed as helping resellers establish and grow their business. Support infrastructure.
Okay, so let's try and summarize this deep dive into the Night Resellers IPTV reseller program.
Sure.
We've looked at the credit system. That's the core mechanism. Buying credits up front to activate accounts.
Yeah, the currency of the system.
We explored the content offering, seems very broad, lots of live channels, VOD, even that specific adult section mentioned.
A comprehensive package, seemingly.
We touched on the reseller panel, your tool for managing customers, creating accounts, enabling, disabling them.
Your control center.
And we talked about the profit model. You set your prices, you keep the revenue after covering the credit cost.
But the onus is on you for sales and marketing.
Exactly. Though Night Resellers does offer support resources to help with that.
Right. Guidance, marketing help, tech support.
Okay. I think that gives a clearer picture based on the info you provided of what this opportunity actually looks like.
Yeah, it lays out the structure and the responsibilities pretty well.
So, thinking back to your initial interest, potentially generating income this way, what aspects of this model, now that we've walked through it, stand out? Either as, particularly appealing or maybe challenging. Is it that upfront credit investment or the whole needing to find customers part or maybe managing the subscriptions day-to-day via the panel? Definitely something to weigh up as you consider if this path, fits what you're looking for.